You've seen the ultra-recognizable cover, and it's an Oprah Book Club pick. She doesn't usually steer us wrong, so does Wellness by Nathan Hill make the cut? Hi, I'm Amanda, and this is Spineless Books, your one-stop shop for all things audiobook. Now, Wellness by Nathan Hill is not his first bestseller. The Nick sits at just over 4 stars on Goodreads, which honestly is kind of a feat for a book that isn't brand new and has tons of ratings. So when my book club picked Wellness, I got really excited. And then I saw that it was a 17-hour audiobook. Now, when something is like between 8 and 10 hours or 12 hours, I don't really bat an eye at it, but as soon as you sort of pass the threshold of 12 hours, I know I'm making a major commitment. So my question is always, will this book hold my attention for that length of time, and is it going to be worth it in the end? Because that's a pretty hefty chunk of time. As soon as the book started, I was hooked. So I have to start by talking about the narrator of this audiobook. Ari Fliakos is amazing. He might actually have just bumped himself up into one of my favorite narrator spots. I haven't really ranked narrators personally, but he's really, really good. And there's something about the way he narrates that's so crafted and so thoughtful. But also you can hear in his narration that he's an actor. And you can really hear that he knows how to use inflection and he knows how to say the lines to best represent their meaning. Now, some narrators push a little bit too far, but I really felt like he was performing this book and it was exactly the right amount. There are moments in this book from multiple characters that are really, really heavy with emotion. They are really passionate about something, whether it's serious or it's satirical. But you can tell that Ari Fliakos is used to memorizing long, long monologues because there's no way he could read these passages the way that he does if he wasn't able to memorize something. Because the speed changes and the acceleration and the emphasis that he puts in these passages has to be memorized. He can't be thinking about it as he listens, or as he reads rather, and he can't be reading. There's just no way because it's too good and it's too fiery. It's like he sprinkles salt or red pepper flakes in all the right places, and he really knows. I mean, I've really never heard a narrator truly speed up so much when someone is manic as a character or is upset or is frustrated. And it made the narration so much more true to life, and the dialogue was spot on because you could hear that it was really happening in his narration the way somebody would express it in real life. It would be too hard to say it that way if you were just reading off of a script. I mean, this guy had to memorize long passages. And my God, do we benefit from it. Oh my God, Ari Fliakos. Seriously. In fact, it's funny. I just stumbled upon a recommended book that I didn't really have any particular interest in, but like it came up that somebody said it was a great audiobook. And then I saw, and this was on Reddit, I saw that Ari Fliakos was the narrator, and immediately I got it from the library because I can't wait to listen to more of his narration. He's so talented and he adds so much to a book. Oh, right, the book. So Wellness takes place over a number of decades. It's really a story about a relationship, but it jumps between character perspectives and it jumps in time. And the truth is, it's actually never confusing. You're totally clear on where you are in all moments in the book. And it's kind of great because what Nathan Hill does so well is he writes both characters in the relationship with sort of equal cred. And I found myself able to listen and empathize with each one of them, but I never felt a need to pick a side or to like somebody more than somebody else. And, sometimes when a book switches perspective, you have a tendency to think like, oh, cool, I'm at this person again. And that didn't happen with this book. It was like every new chapter was cool, no matter who it was, and I was excited about it. And really, it was very, very interesting. And I, again, never felt like I had to connect to one character more than the other. Like I had reasons that I cared about and kind of got mad at both of them, which I really liked. It felt like a very equitable representation of the characters, which made me feel like a neutral party in their relationship, which is kind of incredible because you don't usually get to do that. So there was only one passage in the book that I felt like got a little bit slow, and in true keeping with Nathan Hill's writing in this book, it is relevant, it's important, but even that one passage, it kind of just felt like it stepped out a little bit, maybe too far, but I then understood why it was there after I got through it. I just know that it's a place that a couple of other people in my book club got stuck, as did I, but once I pushed through it, I mean, that was really the only like slight dip in the book, and it really wasn't even that big of a dip. It was just a dip compared to a very high bar, which was like kind of like a regular place. So an example of what makes this writing so good, or maybe not what makes it so good, but an example of how good it is. So I don't have kids, but I have lots of friends with little kids, and I have lots of family members with little kids, so I'm very familiar with the struggles of raising a toddler. I haven't done it myself, but I have some perspective on it, at least from afar. So there's a passage in this book that in the audiobook spans an entire hour. Now, if you told me that you were going to have me listen to an hour about something that is an interaction between a parent and a toddler, I would say to you, yeah, you're out of your mind and good luck. I'll see you later. But as Nathan Hill sneaks this passage in, I learned so much about one of the characters, well, two of the characters actually, and I couldn't believe after a full hour that I had listened to that, been engaged, and really enjoyed this crazy story about a parent and a toddler. And he's just masterful. He puts you so in the psyche of people, and he's so, like, you can just feel the situation, and you can see where it's taking place. And it really is amazing descriptive writing. I would definitely recommend Wellness. I would say be prepared because it's a journey, and it's a big, long, sweeping journey, and there's a lot that happens, and there's ups and downs, and you have to sort of invest in this book. I don't know that I would recommend reading it over a super long stretch of time because I feel like you might lose some of the connections. Like, think about television. This is more of a binge watch than a weekly episode. So I do recommend it. I think it's excellent writing, and I really urge you to listen to the audiobook rather than pick it up on paper because Ari Fliakos is just something to behold. And I'm so glad I discovered him because I now know I will absolutely jump at the chance to listen to anything else he narrates. But remember, you might love what I hate and hate what I love, so make your own opinion. But thanks for listening to mine. See you next time.